Good morning, students. Myself Tarun Solanki, and again I am here with the chapter 2 of your book, Computer Applications, and the subject is Computer. The chapter 2, in this chapter, I am going to discuss about the types of hardware with you. Types of hardware. The hardware devices. Hardware devices as we discussed in the last chapter. So, in this chapter, we will discuss broadly about the hardware devices and the types of hardware which are used in a computer. In this chapter, we are going to learn about hardware and its components, in which CPU, memory is categorized into primary and secondary. Primary memory comprises of RAM and ROM, whereas secondary memory, it comprises of auxiliary devices. Examples: CD, DVD, hard disk, input devices and output devices. The second thing, we are going to learn about memory in a computer system, units of memory, main memory, which comprises of RAM and ROM, and we will also discuss about the limitations of the memory. Next thing, we are going to discuss about secondary memory, which are storage devices. Storage devices which are categorized as magnetic media and optical media. So first of all, we start from hardware and its components and the CPU, memory, input and output devices. So first of all, CPU. As we all know that CPU, it is the brain of the computer. It is the brain of the computer. CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. Central Processing Unit, which is solely responsible for all the calculations and processing which take place inside the computer, all the processing. CPU, it is a very fine machinery which comprises of motherboard. It is having a SMPS, it is having a hard disk, it is having the processor, and these all are attached to each other. Or in other words, we can understand that the components inside the CPU are not able to work without any one of the component. If any one of the component is missing, inside the CPU, the entire CPU crashes. The entire system will not work. We can understand that it will not work. So, CPU, then after the next thing is memory. What is the requirement of memory? Why we require memory? Why we require memory in a computer? So, first basic thing to understand is that what is the requirement of memory in a computer? So, I am going to tell you about that memory. Memory, it is necessary to store the data, as well as it is also required for the processing of data. In processing of data, RAM is used, whereas to store the data permanently, we require ROM. RAM stands for random access memory, whereas ROM stands for read-only memory. The memory of a computer, it is divided into two categories. That is primary memory and secondary memory. Primary memory, it consists of RAM and ROM. The use of RAM and ROM I told you earlier. Again I am going to tell you that RAM, it is used to hold the data temporarily in the computer system during the processing of data. Whereas ROM is used to hold the data or to store the data permanent or temporarily Permanent, a process, it is permanent. It is a kind of permanent memory. The data is permanently stored until and unless we are not going to delete it. If we delete it, then the data is not stored permanently. So, second part of memory is secondary storage devices, or they are also termed as auxiliary storage devices. Auxiliary storage devices in which CD, DVDs. Earlier floppies were also used, but nowadays floppies are outdated as they were large in size and they can hold a very little amount of data. So when the floppy was replaced, it was replaced by CD, compact disc. It was replaced by compact disc. Compact disc can store a large amount of data in comparison to CD can store a large amount of data in comparison to a floppy disk, whereas DVD can store a larger amount of data in comparison to a compact disc or a CD. Some new storage devices are also in trend, like flash drive, memory cards. Flash drives and memory cards. Flash drives also called pen drives. Flash drives also termed as pen drives, whereas memory cards in general slang language we say it chip, which we are using in our smartphones and keypad phones. Secondary storage device. Hard disk is also a part of secondary storage device. The data of a computer, all of the data of a computer is stored in the hard disk and it is a part of CPU. It is a part of CPU, central processing unit. Hard disk, it can store a large amount of data and it comes with different capacities. According to our requirement. We can use a hard disk from a lower storage capacity to a higher storage capacity. Along with one hard disk, we can use an external hard disk to store the data. We can use more than one hard disk on one computer as per our requirement. Input devices, all those devices which are used to give the input to the computer. All those devices which are used to give the input to the computer are categorized as input devices. Output devices, all those devices which are used to obtain the output from the computer are termed as output devices. Input devices, some examples of input devices are keyboard, mouse and keyboard. They are of different types. Available in the market. Several types of mouse and keyboards. They are available in the market. We can purchase according to our need. Besides of keyboard and mouse, joystick, scanner. They are also categorized as input devices. Scanner, it is an exceptional case. It is an input device as well as an output device. So we can say that scanner, it is a peripheral device as it is used to obtain the output as well as to give the input. Next thing, that is output devices. As I told you earlier, that those devices which are used to obtain the output, from the computer, they are called output devices. Output devices like printer, monitor. They are termed as output devices. They are termed as output devices. Plotter, it is also a kind of output device which is used in industrial purposes and for research purposes. Plotter, a kind of a printer which is bigger in size than a general printer. Plotter, a kind of a printer which is bigger in size than the general printer. Units of memory. Memory in computer system, it is termed and defined earlier, and we have discussed it earlier as memory. It is divided into primary and secondary. Primary memory, it comprises of RAM and ROM, whereas secondary memory, it comprises of CD, DVD, hard disk, pen drive, flash drives, memory cards, and also termed as auxiliary memory. Primary memory, in primary memory, RAM holds the data temporarily, whereas ROM holds the data permanently. In secondary storage devices, all these secondary storage devices holds the data permanently until and unless the user action is required. Until and unless the user action is required. If we want to delete it, he or she can delete it. Units of memory. Memory in a computer, it is measured in the smallest unit, bytes. Smallest unit is bytes. The memory of a computer is measured in bytes. The smaller unit than byte is bit. The smaller unit than byte is bit. And nibble is the smaller unit than bit. A byte consists of 0 and bit consists of 0 and 1, either 1 0 or either 1 1, either 1 or 0, it will be termed as bit. Whereas 8 bits they make 1 byte. And byte to kilobyte, KB, kilobyte to megabyte, MB, gigabyte, GB, terabyte, TB. So, units of memory, we can understand that nibble is the smallest unit, after nibble bit, and after bit bytes, after bytes kilobytes, then megabytes, and after megabyte there is gigabyte, and after gigabyte there is terabyte. Main memory comprises of RAM and ROM. As we discussed earlier, RAM stands for random access memory, whereas ROM stands for read-only memory. Limitations of memory. RAM. We can understand that RAM, as it is a temporary memory and it is used by the computer to hold the data temporarily during processing of data. So basically RAM is small in size and ROM is bigger in size than or in comparison to RAM. Both of them, they are having the limitations. On page number 27 of your page of your book, page number 27 and 26 of your book, table 2.2 is given to you. From where you can read about the differences between RAM and ROM, whereas When we talk about RAM, limitations of RAM, it is a volatile memory. It is a volatile memory as it holds the data temporarily during the processing of data. In case during the processing of data, your computer gets switched off. The data will vanish. The data will vanish or it will disappear, as the data it was temporarily stored in RAM. If this data after processing and after getting the output is kept inside ROM or it is stored permanently, it will not get volatile in case of if the computer gets switched off due to electricity power cut or any other hardware or electricity problem. Secondary memory or secondary storage devices, magnetic media and optical media. To understand it, it is 0.2, 0.3.3. It is 2.3.3 on page number 29 of your book. Some storage devices are given to you where hard disk and floppy disk, they are categorized as magnetic media, whereas CD and DVDs, they are categorized as optical media. Hard disk and floppy disk, they are categorized as magnetic media as they store the data on a magnetic tape. And when we retrieve the data,